at me.
Okay, I won't.
Okay. Ready?
Go ahead. Go.
Oh, wait. Ready?
And go.
Okay, this is my Explorer PowerPoint, and it's by Christopher Zek. And we'll be talking about 8 explorers. So, here it is. Well, Christopher Columbus. He was born in Genoa, Italy in 1451, and he died in Venezuela, Spain in 1506. So he was born and died in 2 different places in way different states. Whatever. Well, he waited for the king and queen in Spain to agree, and it took 6 years to think of it. And he asked the king of Portugal twice. Wait, Dad, can you aim? So.
I'm not doing anything.
You're aiming it on me.
No, it should be just on the screen.
No,
Yeah.
on the screen.
It's all good.
Okay. He tried to find a trading route to Asia. Well, there's like a huge blockade from Asia to Europe. You either go around the southern tip or you go through the Panama Canal. Well, back then the Panama Canal was not built, so
They didn't have that option.
yeah, they didn't have that option, so they had to go around the tip. And North America was the big blockade. So, yeah. He never realized that he found a new continent. The continent was North America. They did not know that North America was a huge blockade from going to Asia. So, yeah. He was sailing across the Atlantic Ocean, then he spotted a manatee. He thought it was a mermaid. Well, mermaids do not look like gray creatures. They look like humans with half of a green tail. Not exactly.
What was the joke I gave you that you should use here?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember?
Yeah, that creature
Here,
does
just-
not look.
Alana will tell you what the joke was.
The women didn't look as good back then.
Yeah, the women didn't look that good back then.
That's why they confused them for manatees, huh?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, he got stranded on Jamaica. Well, his ship crashed by the bay around Jamaica, so they went on Jamaica, and this one guy went to go get this guy from Mexico, and it took him 3 years to get to Mexico and back the fleet. Okay, continued with Christopher Columbus. Oh, come on. Well, on Christmas Eve, 1492, one of his ships sank. Now that's beautiful, right? And not all of the crew of the Santa Maria could fit, so 39 people had to stay behind on an island. Kind of like being stranded. So that's nice. Okay, he swam 6 miles to land, or Spain, or Portugal, or somewhere over there, when pirates attacked his ship, or one of the ships that he was on. So, yeah. Okay, John Cabot, and I've got my little fishy Fred there, so, yeah. Okay, it was believed that Cabot was born around 1450. It is believed because no one really knows, because there was not really like a journal or something, or no records. So, his first journeys were to Lebanon, Israel, Egypt, probably to get some nice spices and gold and all that. He brought back trees, plants, and evidence that he landed somewhere. So, yeah. So, he could show that he landed.
That's a good idea.
Although he was from Italy, he sailed from England.
Where in England?
Bristol.
Okay.
Well, those two places are kind of far apart, so not exactly the best. Okay, he found a place where he could catch cod in a basket. That's right, those are the cod. Woo, cod. Well, cod are fish with a basket. Now that's hard. You'd have to have schools of fish. This is now known as Cape Cod. Okay. Continued with some more fishies. Cabot found cut down trees in Newfoundland. Newfoundland? Near Canada. Well, now it's in Canada, but Newfoundland. You know those little fuzzy creatures with tails and sharp teeth?
Woodpeckers?
Flat tails? Yeah, beavers.
Oh.
Duh. Kevin met Columbus when Columbus returned to Spain after his voyage. Well, he was probably friends with Columbus, so yeah, they met up. Jacques Cartier and another fishy trying to bank anything. Okay, Cartier was born in 1491 in Saint-Malo, France, and he died in 1557 in the place of his birth. So that's a nice fact. His first job was to train a Portuguese trading ship. Maybe for ships, maybe for like spices or gold, or maybe even slaves. I don't know. Okay, he took 2 ships and 300 men for his journey to find Asia in a spice route. He really found Canada. His crew ate a little bird that's kind of fluffy and it's kind of fat and it swims really well and it cannot fly, a penguin. And then a floating bob in the water that can swim and it's a bear, a polar bear. So yeah. Yeah, my little friends, that guy the walrus and Wally the walrus. Okay, Cartier's crew tried to catch a walrus. That's why those two are there. It was sleeping. That doesn't make sense. So why were they doing that? Well, they failed at it. So not exactly the... Yeah. When he returned to France, he brought back fool's gold and a transparent mineral called mica. Because he thought they were riches, gold and diamonds. He should have known that he landed somewhere where gold and diamonds can be produced. Henry Hudson. Okay. Hudson was raised in England, but not much known about his early life. Just like Cabot. By 1607, he was made captain of his own ship. So he was a really good sailor. He tried to sail a route across the northern parallels to get to Asia. Maybe across Canada, maybe across Russia. So one of those parallels, well, he went both parallels, but oh, whoops, wrong one. Okay. His crew thought they saw a mermaid. A mermaid! Again. The mermaid comes up. But it was a walrus. A thing with like a beard type thingy and fangs. That's weird. That's a really ugly woman. Oh, Dad, you were videotaping me.
No, I got just the side there. So you're not always in there.
Well, so the Hudson Bay in northern Canada was where he disappeared. That's why it's called it. And the Hudson, it was the Hudson River, was named after him also. He made 3 attempts to find China. All of them failed. Oh my God. One of his men did an attack on the Indians. He thought they were life-threatening them. And guess what Hudson thought they were doing? The exact opposite. So it's dead.
It's okay where it is.
They attacked it. So the guy killed him. Hudson I think killed the guy. So he traded knives and bread for tobacco with the Indians. Tobacco. To get black lungs and holes in your air pipe. I wouldn't do that. Between May and June in 1611, his crew rebelled because they did not want to sail any further. He, his son, and the loyal crew members, that did not want to rebel, went on a boat, more like thrown onto a boat, sailed away, and with no food or oars, they dove to the death. None of them were seen again.
Scooch that way.
Runner Robert C.D. de La Salle, okay?
Look this way.
Well, born on November 21st, 1643, in Rouen, France, killed by one of his crew members on March 19th, 1687. Now that's a harsh death, I'd have to say. Very harsh.
Why is it a harsh death?
He got killed by his own men.
Okay.
He sailed through all the Great Lakes, like Ontario, like Huron, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, and then Lake Superior. So all of them. He was one of the only explorers to have a birch bark canoe. A little canoe. He had 4 of them. So, yeah. The Indians showed him how to survive in the wild. Why? You'll see. Because his men ditched him. Took all of his stuff and left. So, ditched. A Jesuit priest kept a journal of everything that they did. Jesuit priests were his enemy. Mississippi River took him south, not west. He wanted to get to China. His crew took all of his stuff and abandoned him. Yeah. He set up a fort on Lake Ontario, which was a really, really good fort, which gave him a lot of money. Hernando Cortez, born in Medellin, Spain, 1485, and he died after returning to Seville, Spain on December 2nd, 1547. Yeah. Well, the Aztecs thought he was a god, because that was the day when the Aztecs thought that one of the guys were going to kill them all. So they tried to bribe him with gold, and gold he was trying to find. So, it wasn't the best bribe ever.
Don't lean like that.
Because a lot of them got killed. So, but he was more eager to take over.
What killed them?
You'll see. Western diseases such as smallpox were devastating to the Aztecs and other people in Mexico. So, his men, well, all the Spaniards were carrying this disease called smallpox, which their immune system was very, very used to. Their immune system killed off the germ, and the germ was on them, and so it got onto the Aztecs, and it was really effective to the Aztecs. So, yeah, he took over Mexico for the crown of Spain. So he took over the Aztecs and conquered the rest of Mexico for Spain. He took the Aztec leader, Montezuma, hostage out of the fear the Aztecs were going to attack him. The people in the Spanish government thought Cortez was becoming too powerful. So they sent men to attack him. But he went into hiding. So he was all safe. Juan Ponce de Leon. He was born in Tyrandi, Spain. And he died in 1521. This is a harsh death also. After being shot by an Indian during an Indian invasion. The arrow was believed to be poisonous. So, yeah. He believed that he started his career sailing on Christopher Columbus's second journey to the New World. He stayed in San Domingo in 1493 rather than returning with Columbus to Spain. He was given permission by the Spanish crown to search for gold and expand the influence of Spain while increasing its treasury. Treasury meaning its stock of supplies of really, really rich stuff like gold, silver, spices. He was the first European to explore Florida. He went on to the continent, but he really didn't know that Florida was attached to a vast continent. He named the place Florida because there were many Floridas and flowers, and Florida in Spanish means flowery, so it's a Spanish name. He went to Florida, hoping to find the Fountain of Youth. He landed in what is now called St. Augustine. Coronado. He was born in Salamanca, Spain in 1510. Died in Mexico City on September 22nd, 1554. He was only 44 when he died. His expedition was considered a failure at the time because he didn't find any riches. He found some of the natural wonders, including the Grand Canyon, Rio Grande, Colorado River. Probably Colorado was named after him. So his goal was to find a city made out of gold. But he only found Port Village in present-day New Mexico, Kansas, and Arizona. Disappointed by the lack of riches, he returned to Mexico. When he resumed his position as governor. He was later tried for cruelties against the Indians.
What does that mean for tried?
In the court.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I won't explain it that way.
So that's it.
So anything you got to say about your project? Are you happy with the way it turned out?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. Look over here one more time.
Come on.
Say Christopher Zeck signing off.
Very funny.